Great night, everybody. I'm back with another one. Kind of having a slow start again this morning. I'm having weather changes in my area, and I have a lot of pressure in my head today. But I want to get this information out. So if you ever have pressure in your head when you're, maybe you're like me, I don't know. You could like rub your head and stuff. Do stuff to relieve the pressure. Okay. So I'm sitting here this morning, this day, this grand rising, whatever you want to call it. So I'm personally not morning, but I've got my pearls on, got my Long John Silvers on, and I'm ready to make this video about these cards. So let's count some eyes. Yeah, and I want to mention more about the eyes because the eyes are important. Your eyes are the window to the soul. So you can look into a person's eye or eyes through the study of iridology, and you can see everything that's going on inside their body because the eyes and the iris reveal your inner galaxy. You have a black hole, okay, and then you have your inner galaxy, and that reveals everything that's going on inside your body. So someone can literally look at your eyes and tell if you're full of shit inside, if you need to go to the bathroom, if your colon isn't working, if your kidneys are fixing to fail, okay, if you have high blood pressure, high blood sugar. All of this can be told through the eyes. So the eyes are literally a window to the inside of your body, okay? And they reveal your black hole galaxy with you on the other side. So the eyes are very important. And we talked yesterday about the deck of cards and how it pertains to our calendar. Okay, well, you need to know, just like the zodiac pertains to you as a whole, and every story pertains to you as a whole, it is the same way with the deck of cards. The deck of cards are pertaining to you and your development as well. Okay, and there's a lot hidden in the cards people should observe. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to show something regarding the eyes in the cards and what they have to do with Satan. Okay, so say 10, right? We're really into the 10s right now because 10 is pertaining to the net. So in a deck of cards, if you didn't notice, you have the 3 court suits, right? And then you have 1 through 10. Well, if you add up 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10, it equals 55. Wow, and 55 is 10. Okay, now I talked last night about God or Prime Creator being both male and female because he's the source of both male and female, right? And that's tying in with the Omega sign. And the Omega sign is like a puzzle piece, you guys. It's what you see and what you don't see. Okay, so pertaining to the Alpha and the Omega, when God says he's the Alpha and the Omega, this is what he's saying. He's both male and female. He's the prime source, prime creator. You can't put a gender on this being because this being is the prime source for both male and female from which they come from. Okay, and he has a lot to do with the number 10. Okay, I've showed you before with the planets also. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 planets that we have. And I'm saying planets and I'm including the sun because planets are wandering stars. And all the planets are stars. So if you count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, you'll get Jupiter, you'll get Saturn as both being 7. And then if you don't count the sun when you're using the menorah minus those in the afterlife, you'll get Saturn as number 6. So Saturn is both 6 and 7. Okay, and then I've also showed you how Saturn is also, say, 10. Okay, and what does this have to do with the deck of cards? Well, I'm fixing to show you, okay, with the eyes. So hopefully you got this down. Now let me erase it and add some more stuff. Okay, so let's count some eyes. 1 eye for Jack. You got a 1-eyed Jack. You got a 2-eyed Jack. You got a 3, 4-eyed Jack. And you got a 5, 6-eyed Jack. Okay, same thing with let's do the King. King. 2, 4, 6, 7 eyes. Queen. 2, 4, 6, 8 eyes. Okay, the cards reveal, all the cards reveal. Okay, and then you've got Jack as also the Joker, because Jack is going to be the king, right? And see how this, it's not going to let me, okay, you see how he's got a crown on and he's on the bicycle, he's on the bi-wheel? This is Jack, and if you look really close on his box, he's got the number 88. Okay, and then there's something else by him. Okay, and he's got all his garb on, and he's the ruler, right? He's the Joker. He's the trickster spirit. Lots of cultures have many, many viewpoints about the trickster spirit, and you're the great trickster spirit because you're tricking yourself. You have forgotten where you came from, and now you must remember. And the cards will help you recall. Okay, so I just showed you about 6 and 7 pertaining to Saturn, who say 10, right? Well, you need to know 10 pertains to Jack because the 10th letter of the alphabet is J. Okay, 10 is important for Jack because you can't get Jack without 10. You can't get a J without a 10, the number 10, because 10 is also the ring and the pole. Okay, and this is how you connect your stars dot to dot. You got your dot rings and then you got your poles, right? And we've talked about how to make Jack in the box with the pound sign. You got to put the pole with the ring. Okay, and this is why Satan is 10. 10 is important to life. 10 is important for everybody to understand because it's more than just a number. It's also symbols. Symbology is very important in the occult because it shows how everything works together. So I just showed you how Prime Creator is both masculine and feminine because everything comes from him. The masculine and the feminine comes from him. And it's the same way with you in a sense because all the cards are pertaining to you. Okay, you've got masculine and feminine energy inside you, which can also be concerning magnetic and electric energy. They're not the same, but they work together when it comes to the Taurus field. Okay, which looks like a donut, which also resembles a fertilized egg to an extent. Okay, and in your Bible, if you've read about Mary Magdalene, here's the mag. Okay, and then here's your L for, let's see, what's his name? L. Yeah, so the L is for Jesus. Okay, Emmanuel. That's what they called him. And the name Emmanuel has a meaning. But the mag in Mary Magdalene is to point to the magnetic energy for the female. Okay, so balance energy in the 5 and the 5. Because 5 and 5 does make 10. Right, and I just showed you how the cards add up to the 5 and the 5. Another thing in the movie Alice in Wonderland, when it talks about the queen, right? She's painting all the roses red. The king is less than the queen because she's higher. This is why she has the 8 eyes, which 8 is pertaining to the sine wave. You know, I've showed you how it's a sine wave. Okay. The 7 is pertaining to the menorah. And the 6 is pertaining to the cube and how they all work together and how they all come together. Okay. And you got your 9 birth. And then you got your say 10, right? Talking about energy. We're talking about energy here with using the cards and how the cards reveal our birth. Okay. And you can look at the 1 through 10 cards and you could see a lot in that too and how it connects to the dice. So I hope this has kind of helped some people today when it pertains to the king and the jack and the queen and where they come into play with their numbers and what their numbers kind of mean and represent. 55 is pretty important because it equals 10. I just showed you that. So say 10 is not bad. You need to go